It was an ordinary morning. People were buying bread, children were playing in the streets, merchants were counting their coins. No one knew that in less than 24 hours, every single one of them would be dead. This is the story of Pompeii, a city of 20,000 people, erased in a single day. Pompeii was not a small village. It was one of the most prosperous cities in the Roman Empire. Wealthy merchants, beautiful villas, bathhouses, theaters, and markets filled with goods from across the known world. The city sat at the foot of a large mountain, Mount Vesuvius. The Romans knew it was a volcano, but Vesuvius had been silent for over 1,800 years. The soil around it was incredibly fertile, so people stayed. They farmed. They built. They lived. What they didn't know was that Vesuvius wasn't dead. It was only sleeping. In the weeks before the eruption, the earth gave warnings. Small earthquakes shook the region. Wells ran dry overnight. Animals behaved strangely. Dogs refused to eat. Birds disappeared from the sky. The Bay of Naples turned an unusual color, but the Romans had no science to interpret these signs. To them, the gods were simply restless. On the morning of August 24th, 79 AD, Vesuvius woke up. At approximately 1 p.m., the mountain exploded. The force was equivalent to 100,000 atomic bombs. A column of ash, rock, and gas shot 33 kilometers into the sky, so high it could be seen from hundreds of miles away. For the first few hours, the eruption seemed survivable. Ash and small rocks rained down on the city. People covered their heads with pillows. Some tried to flee. Others hid in their homes, waiting for it to stop. It did not stop. By nightfall, the ash was so thick that roofs began to collapse under its weight. The sky turned completely black, not from night, but from ash. In the middle of the afternoon, Pompeii was as dark as midnight. Then came the thing that killed everyone. Shortly after midnight, the eruption column collapsed. When a volcanic column collapses, it doesn't fall slowly. It drops instantly. And everything beneath it, millions of tons of superheated gas, ash, and rock rushes outward at ground level. This is called a pyroclastic flow. It travels at up to 700 kilometers per hour. It reaches temperatures of 300 degrees Celsius. Nothing alive can outrun it. Nothing alive can survive it. It hit Pompeii in seconds. People were frozen mid-motion, a woman shielding her child, a man covering his face, a dog chained to a post, all of them preserved exactly as they were in their final moments by the very ash that killed them. When it was over, Pompeii was gone, buried under 6 meters of ash and rock. The entire city simply erased from the surface of the earth, and then forgotten. For nearly 1,700 years. It wasn't until 1748 that workers digging in the region accidentally broke through into a buried room. They found paintings still on the walls, food still on tables, and bodies perfectly preserved in the exact positions of their final moments. Pompeii had been frozen in time. Today, Pompeii is one of the most visited archaeological sites in the world. Over 2.5 million people walk through its streets every year. They walk past the bakery where bread was found still in the oven, past the bar where wine cups still sat on the counter, past the bodies still curled in the positions they died in nearly 2,000 years ago. Pompeii is not just a disaster. It is a photograph of an entire civilization taken in its final second. And it is a reminder that the earth does not warn us before it acts. It simply acts. If you found this story powerful, subscribe. Because every week we uncover another moment when history changed in a single day. Echoes of collapse,